Good morning, everybody. Um, this is another segment of Frankly My Dear. I'm just doing a quick recap of last night's game, man. Game two, Western Conference Finals. Warriors Rockets. Houston. They came out sharp. They stayed sharp. They pretty much controlled the whole game. Man, they put a beating on them. They put a beating on them boys, and it was funny because they claimed they weren't going to change their offense, but they changed their offense. There were a lot more cuts. They were getting into the offense quicker. It wasn't a bunch of dribbling out the shot clock and then Harden pulling off a miraculous shot or CP pulling off a miraculous shot. They got into their offense quicker this game. There was movement. They let other guys get involved, man. They trusted each other, and they came away with the victory. And it's funny because the Warriors played like the Rockets did last game. Durant had a great game, but there was no ball movement. They you and people can't say that they didn't try or they was fine with being going back home 1-1 because they did try to play hard, but they just looked lost out there, man. They didn't look as sharp as we're used to seeing them. The only one who was sharp was Durant, but even he, in my opinion, got caught up with ISO ball. They just Curry, man, I have to say, man, Curry has these stretches in playoffs where he's not effective. I don't know what it is. He takes bad shots. People try to say the injury, but I'm not gonna do that. But I'm also not gonna be like Nick Funboy. Nick Funboy, he tried to say, of course, every time Curry has an issue, he's hurt. I'm not gonna say that, but well, he says it sarcastically, put it that way. But I'm not gonna blame the injury because he played pretty decent in those Pelicans games. With the coming off of that injury, but. Yeah, man, Curry's gonna have to. He's been. I will say he's been competing defensively. He got lost a couple times. I just found it asinine when I saw Nick Wright saying Curry was not getting back on defense when he sucks off LeBron, who doesn't play a lick of defense now, and then he compares people to him when he says he's the greatest of all time. Nobody's saying Curry is the greatest, so why are you comparing the two? It's no comparison. But anyways, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. He just frustrates me. I don't know why I even look at him. But anyways, y'all, sorry. So yeah, man. back to the game, man. Curry, he wasn't effective. Clay was off. They just weren't sharp, man. But I don't want to, discredit anything from the Rockets. Rockets came out. They played fast. They looked like how the Celtics looked against the Cavs as far as they were just all over the place, man. They just pushed the tempo. And see, this is what I mean by Chris Paul. Like, even though Chris Paul, this is when I say, talk about his impact on the game, he didn't have as many points as last game, but he controlled the tempo. He controlled the pace of this game from start to finish. He had his fingerprints all over this game, and he pretty much dominated, man. And he led them to dominate. And it's a series, man. It's going back to Oracle 1-1. I have noticed the Rockets are pretty good on the road, so I do think they're going to challenge them, man. I'm sticking with my 5-game pick because I do think the Warriors are going to come out motivated. You could tell by how frustrated they were at the end of the game last night. I notice usually when they have those moments, Durant with the shove, Draymond with the shove, but Draymond always shoving somebody, but still, they usually bounce back, man. They come out on fire that next game, especially in Royal. Usually those game threes, or that first home game that they played, they come out and they beat the hell out of teams. So I think they probably will take game 3. Game 4, who knows? We'll get cross that bridge when we get to it. But yeah, man, congrats to the Rockets on a well played game, man. And they played great defense as well. Although I will say the Warriors did miss a lot of. They took a lot of stupid shots, but it's hard to call them stupid because they take those shots and they normally hit them, but they just weren't sharp, man. Durant, like I said, Durant was on fire. Durant was sharp, but even he too got caught up with that ISO ball, and that's not their game, And I felt like they were. Because the other guys were off, if you notice, they kept giving Durant the ball as to bail them out, but he couldn't do it by himself. You know, it was all. I mean, I'm not gonna compare it to LeBron, but it was just that similar thing though, where they just give the ball, kind of how they do sometimes, just get a ball to LeBron. You know, they just get a ball to Durant, and because they were off and they were looking for him to carry them. But I mean, just like LeBron, is only but so much they can do. You know, to carry that team to a victory, especially against a team like the Rockets, who can get up on you big, who have multiple guys that can hit the three. Now, I will say, you know, I feel like PJ Tucker, some of those threes were fool's gold, man. You know, Eric Gordon, he can shoot, but some of them ones he made from almost half court, little fool's gold. So, you know, they were just on fire last night. Nobody would have beat them last night. But we're gonna see how the next game goes, man. That's just my quick recap. Y'all hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, check out some of my other videos, man. I got something for whatever your mind is on for that day, man, whether it be life lessons or sports, man. So y'all subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, comment. Y'all have a productive, great day. One.